Hi all, we are back here talking about prefixes. Last week you had 4 prefixes that we learned. This week we are going to learn 4 more. You can always take a look back at last week's video if you don't remember. You can also take a look at this Quizlet. All of the terms are on it, and all of the terms are also on your study guide. So there are a lot of places to go and look at your vocabulary words so you can study for your quiz on Monday. Remember, your prefixes will be part of that quiz. Your joke of the day today is, why didn't the teddy bear want dessert? And the answer is, he was already stuffed. Alrighty, here we go. Again, we're talking about prefixes. Remember, the definition of prefix is beginning of a word. All right, so a prefix is a beginning of a word. Our first prefix for today is inter. Inter. That means between. Between. Inter means between. An example of when the word inter is used is intercept. Intercept. So when someone intercepts, let's say a ball, like you're playing football and there's an interception, the defensive player gets between the offensive player and the ball. The defensive player gets between the offensive player and the ball. Our next word is mid. Mid. All right, this is our next prefix, so the next beginning of a word. This means middle point. So when you see a word that starts with mid, most likely it's the middle point of something or halfway. For example, midsummer. If someone says it is midsummer, they mean we're in the middle of summer right now. Midsummer, we're in the middle of summer right now. Your next prefix is post. When you see post at the beginning of the word, oftentimes it will mean behind or later. Behind or later. When you see post at the beginning of a word, oftentimes it will mean behind or later. An example of that is postpone. Postpone. So when you postpone something, it means you cancel it and move it to a later date. So if I were to postpone class, I would cancel the class for the day and I would move that class to a later date. Or if someone was to postpone a party, they would cancel the party and move the party to a later date. Postpone. Semi. Semi is our next prefix. When you see semi at the beginning of the word, a lot of times it will mean half. Half. And maybe some of you are thinking of an example right now in your head of an example of semi. So here's my example, semi. Semicircle. So a semicircle is a half circle. A semicircle is a half circle. It is an example of the prefix semi. All right, those are your 4 words for today. Remember, all 8 words could come up on the quiz. So it's important that you use your study guide to study. You use the Quizlet that I sent you in your email to study. Or you go back and review these videos. I should say or you could do all 3 if you want to make sure you are extra prepared. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I can't wait to have you all in class again on Monday so we can review for our quiz. We are going to play a Kahoot, which I heard is pretty popular, so I'm excited to play the Kahoot with you guys on Monday. I will see you then.